hen who shares her feed receives a greater second helping.
Ramming speed! Once I start, I can't stop! fools my foe tumbles! dripping.
I'm dripping!
I'm drenched. Careful now, that's a trap. Careful, I've spotted a trap.
From the tiniest spot.
I'm drenched.
Vital poison. I feel better already.
Ugh, I'm dripping. Soaked to the skin.
Soaked to the skin.
I'm drenched!
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Now I miss my nose. Must smell like delicious.
I kicked them for a dry shirt. Look out, I see a trap nearby.
How did a spleen get lodged in here? I don't mess around with these immaculates. Oh there. A word of warning, wanderer, afore you continue on your merry way. See these corpses here? Be a good fellow and take them as a hint that this town isn't the pastoral little paradise it once was. Immaculates, orcs and humans both, have taken Hunter's Edge. Its villagers are now slaves in the mines to the west, or they've been bled dry of their last drop of life, reduced to mere fuel that must light the wicked candle that is bloodstone. Long as you live in the limbo between coming and going, though, why not have a look at what I have to sell? You'd be surprised to see what a scouring skeleton can gather together in a dying town. Can't say I remember who I was before the change came over me, but these days I'm a travelling trader of sorts. There's an immaculate necromancer in the village ahead. She's the one who brought me back from, well, wherever I was. She's an especially bright one, you know. Most necromancers can only revive a dead corpse into an animated one, but she manages to yank back some semblance of consciousness too. I don't remember much, but the thrill of trade certainly calls to me. Maybe I was a merchant in my former life. Who knows? These days, most undead are busy haunting Sicil or picking the way in the Lucula mines. But I keep a low profile and stay out of sight. Haven't been bothered by an immaculate yet, and I hope to keep it that way. Yeah! Well, don't go round angering immaculates if you want to keep your vitals intact. Though perhaps it won't be very long before they have a stab at one another's vitals instead. I have the feeling there's trouble brewing between the orcs and the humans in there, and who can blame 'em really? Just ain't natural for 'em to consort, I say. Only good orc... Well, you know how the phrase goes. I know the weapons of which you speak. I've even hidden away a piece of one myself. I had planned to pass it down to my son, but maybe you could make better use of it now.
Baking like a cake.
Burnt, ruptured, trampled. To think I could have made a fortune selling all of these to a whimsical taxidermist.
Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting. Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting.
I wonder what the orcs want with all this boat. Make a chandelier, most like.
Hey,
And a
you!
very ostentatious one it'll be.
Time's a wasting. Hey, you! Come on, time's a wasting.
My, how did a spleen get lodged in here? Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
What can I do for you? Good. Nope.
You can speak. You don't look like a tribesman or orc, but I suppose I can't be certain. Then again, I've never heard of a dark soul gifted with the speech of the wild. Jinxica is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of Hunter's Edge. The baker might leave me a bit of milk left over from this breakfast. The barkeep stroked my back between filling glasses. I had many friends here, but none so dear as a little trio. A married pair and their daughter, employed by the wizard to keep his home. They spent many long hours squashing fleas that plagued me and shared their warm beds with me each night. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, you might be able to save those 3 kind souls from the orcs that have invaded. Ugh, such misery in our sad town. A kind but private man he is. He set up his home here several years ago, but never remained there long enough before jetting off to tend to some matter or other. The dark invaders seem very interested in him indeed. They've been skulking around outside the house since they arrived, but not even one of their filthy vermin can penetrate the wizard's protective enchantments. Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of life they could find and sent their filthy rats to seek out those who evaded them. Each life they took infused their strange stones with power. Their queen glowed with delight as a parade of victims were slain before her. It was as though she was taking in a beautiful song. The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of the glowing stones, and the orc queen took no easy liking to them. Still, it seems they are working towards some similar goal. They haven't destroyed one another. Yet, they've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts aren't enough. Until the village has been rid of vermin, those 3 sweet souls may be found at any time. Savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him, who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. They've swarmed the place in search of hidden villagers, and unless every last one of them is split from tail to snout, they're sure to find my friends. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No, you approached me with hand, not boot, outstretched. Perhaps you could help me. With these rats running about, it's only a matter of time before my friends are caught. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rat's gone, my friends. Safe. Oh, that bothersome old Tom. No, he and I are hardly friendly, much less friends. I've much more important things on my mind than him and his incessant pestering. I can slip through these walls as I please, but you'll need to find your own way into the village. And remember, my friend, kill every last rat you find, or 3 dear souls will be lost.
Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. It was once a quiet sort of village. Families and small-time merchants mostly. Recently, it was targeted by a tribe of orcs waving the Immaculate banner. Their leader, Grutilda, is known far and wide for her cruelty and cunning. She oversaw the murder of countless villagers and used their blood to fuel a great number of bloodstones. Once they were dead, they were reanimated as undead corpses and sent to work in the mines of Lacula. By order of Leandra, the orcs were joined by a tribe of humans from the northern peaks of Tanneroth. A band of male warriors are they, and they devote allegiance to their leader, Jarl. Jarl arrived with his own formidable supply of bloodstones, which means his tribe has been operating under directions from the conduit for some time. Where once they ransacked for base pleasure and material gain, now they do it by the will of the goddess. These are far from the blindly devoted Immaculates of Silverglen, however. The orcs and the humans here alternate between bitter fighting and hostile peace. Personally, I believe they're best exploited through their rivalry. Get them to fight each other, and you can stand on the sidelines and warm yourself upon the flames. He has a residence at the far end of town. Though I have my doubts he's having people over for tea now that the Immaculates have landed. Know that Zandalor is wily, so beware. If a wizard doesn't want you in his home, you'll know it. Pity the intruder that heedlessly tries to waltz his way into that dwelling. Nevertheless, his house is the very place you'll want to search. The accumulated knowledge stored there is quite phenomenal, and beyond a doubt, one of Leandra's most urgent pursuits. I'm watching on with weary eyes how the Immaculates strike again. They've gone from shedding blood among their own to recruiting orcs and cutthroats to do it for them. From what I can tell, the village of Hunter's Edge is this cult's most wretched victim.
It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley.
This wall could really be...
I could do with a cold drink.
Baking like a cake.
It seems we've already harvested the Ugh, I'm dripping.
Soaked to the skin.
Did someone leave an oven door open? My kingdom for a dry shirt! Someone leave an oven door open?
My
Is that one
kingdom
of them
for a
lovely
try
grey water
shot!
belts? Oh, no, false alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
Baking like a cake.
My, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
I'm overheating here!
You there, Flatlander. Stay at your business. Come to play now the town's been taken, have you? Typical you Flatlanders. Lucky for you, the goddess don't discriminate against cowards.
Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies? What? Afraid to address your betters, are you?
Well, come quickly then. There's still townsfolk on the loose, and the chase has probably made them wild as cornered dogs. One might pop out of a bush and take an eye before you can shout your own name. Better you first check in with the higher-ups. You've got Jarl, the righteous leader of Weird the Mountain, and blood-stained Gratilda, queen dog of the giant toads. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Now scram, and make your introductions before word gets to them there's an intruder here.
You may be a Flatlander, but you could be of some use yet. Sneak up behind Gratilda and stick a dagger in her skull, would you?
Nice to see a fresh face that ain't green as troll snot. Let's make yourself known to Jarl if you haven't yet. Why not stand up and face me? That's so. Jarl can't stand the thought of his own tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow, living in fear under the great Matilda.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
You'll end up beneath those boots.
Gorag doesn't look so fearsome without his second horn.
I'm overheating here! Warm as dragon's breath!
And it's itching like mad. What? Afraid to address your betters, are you? I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you. Then why not stand up and face me? One on one. They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other trust's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his own tribe.
I spotted two little eyes, all smashed to bits against the wall.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
Is that one of them lovely grey water belts? Oh, no, false alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
Human, leave the lads out, please. Shan't come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad. What? In from Silver Glen, Flatlander. Ain't got...
Blasted mosquitoes. Never a moment's peace with these filthy vermin buzzing in me. Oh, ho, ho. Brother, I've crossed me pests. 'Tweren't a tiny winged bloodsucker whining at me, but a tiny-footed one. Brother, I think the human's asking me a question. Think I ought to tell the tiny pest who I am? Ought I tell her I lost us all in a scuffle with another ickle human? Maybe it was this one's brother. That pesky bugger might have got me on, but I've got something too. His wee head.
Gratiilda the Great. She is the living expertise. You ought to bow to her, Egan.
Careful what slime comes out of your mouth when you're ready. Your mother's not one to tolerate a mess.
Human, leaving the names out to these. Can't come to her today, boss. I've got the
Many
human,
rats
and
scurry
it's
in
itching
and
like
out of this
mad.
hole. Where it leads
Free
is
to address your
uncertain.
betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Jarl can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Gratiilda's boot.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is uncertain.
Human, leaving the names out to these. Can't come to her today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Free to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Jarl can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Gratiilda's boot.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
Human, leaving the names out to these. Can't come to her today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Free to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a
Many
single
rats scurry in
frog-skinned
and out
one
of
of
this
you.
hole. Where
Then
it
why
leads
not stand up and
is
face me,
uncertain.
boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
So many of these skulls are so delectably modern. I can hardly tell which one of them would suit me better.
Hello again. Do you bring good news? The dog looks up at you with misery-ridden eyes. Its tail doesn't wag, and when it tries to bark or speak, only silence reaches your ears. The dog hangs its head, then looks north, filled with fury.
Good cards, 3 shining.
Back to me.
Ain't that a lovely sight up there, all in a row? Strung 'em up myself, I did. Each of the little darlings. I never did much care for the turn myself. I'm more of a caretaker, you see. The world's a wild place, unpredictable at best. But here, upon these gallows, there's peace, calm. I keep the order, and my little ones stay in line. It'd be an honour. Where Pauline came first, the little rogue, a human he was, and Grachilda ordered him hanged while Yar was out on the hunt. He was the first I got to tack in myself since coming to this. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. The fussy little dear didn't want to go to sleep. No, kicked and screamed, he did. But he started to calm down a bit after I strung him up, as I knew he would. And soon, he was fast asleep. Gunnar, you mean? He was one of Grachilda's. After some impertinent question or other, I believe it was. Impertinent questions. A plague among we orcs they are. Ending more deaths than horn rot these days. Well, Grachilda dispatched him, but it was I who collected the great heavy deer and strung him up here. Grachilda said he'd be a warning to the others, but I think he's a great addition to the family, to boot. He does look a lovely sort of pale green colour, don't he? Like a dusty ancient jade. Beautiful. Oh, my little Tierlo. He was a sweet one right from the start. A thief, I think he was in his last life. But he accepted what was to come easy as pie. The guards handed him to me, limp as a doll and shivering with fright. I strung him up nice and slow, so as not to worry the poor dear. Condemned in this life, perhaps, but when they come to rest him on lucid, their sins are washed away. These aren't thieves and murderers and traitors, you see. After I've laid them to rest here, they're pure as angels.
You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all. I am a servant to the goddess, of course. One of the first among her enlightened in Revelon, and certainly the most devoted. I've scoured the region for unworthy souls, and am quite efficiently cleansing the land of lost ones great and small. How much better the lost serve her as bone automatons. My expertise as a necromancer is unmatched, you know. I've a success rate is nearing 99%. They end up with their brains a bit, well, scrambled. You can find such a fellow opining over skulls somewhere around here. One of my more harmless false steps, I think.
Warm as dragon's breath.
What about that one? Look how it skulks around. Neither orc nor enlightened. I'll bet no one will...
I'm overheating here. It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Where's the innocent in these trying times, brother? I'll take the blood, and you take the body. A fair
Huge discounts on magic food.
This board is killing me so slowly, I wish it came with a knife.
I've spotted something.
I'm dripping.
I've spotted something.
Blood brothers of Jarl stuck in this orc-infested dump. I swear.
I've spotted something interesting.
You might think.
Well, by the boot soles of Burl Boonhammer, what have we here?
Another human in Hunter's Edge. State your business, whelp.
Hail, Immaculate. By the sickle of Tyr Gutgouger, I'm glad to see another human face here in Hunter's Edge. Not yet another misshapen orcish snout.
If you fancy keeping that human face of yours, I wouldn't take my cues from the chief of the mountain apes. I may have sworn to refrain from carving my name across his back, but yours, I do believe, is free for the taking.
Regular ray of sunshine, ain't she? Don't let her manners fool you, though. Her disposition may be dark, but her wit is bright. Bright and devious. Believe me when I tell you that she's plotting against us as we speak, and would have long given the order to spill our blood if she wasn't leashed by the orders of the conduit herself. But by the shield of the Stormbringer, she'll not outfox the sworn brothers of Tanneroth. And I sincerely hope she won't outfox the likes of you either. You belong to the Silverglen tribe, I take it. Thought you were all holed up in Hiberheim. But it pleases me to see some of your number have come to Hunter's Edge. Yes, an outsider not as yet distrusted by the orcs is exactly what I need in the matter of the missing bloodstones and the matter of the wizard's house. But let's talk in my headquarters over yonder. For by the beard of the Bear Slayer, there are too many green ears around here.
One of them bouncing sticks looking for the minute. They turn to ash.
You're just a human, an ismdrog, as we say. Same word we use for worm.
By order of the All-Mother. The All-Mother is connected to sheep. Tell her to stay in the warehouse.
Tell the All-Mother you've got a problem with her judgment if you feel so strongly about it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? You've done it for my post since the beginning.
Damn your post! You only got the right side because the All-Mother felt sorry for you!
Doesn't matter how it's in a study, it's only right then. Who's got the right side and who hasn't?
Oh, bloody prophecy thinks he's the king of the world because his bloody post. I'll bloody well show him.
What is it, Monkey Face? The All-Mother won't tolerate your distracting her right hand. She is the sun and the